Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today you're gonna learn how to get your first 100 YouTube subscribers, and the reason that I wanted to focus on this today is because out of all of the thousands and thousands of subscribers that you will eventually get, the first 100 are both the most important and also the most challenging. So if you guys like this video, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for 2 new videos every single week. Okay, so let's get into it. Exactly how can you get your first 100 YouTube subscribers? One of the biggest mistakes that I see so many new YouTubers make is that they just wait for those first 100 people or those first 1,000 people to find them, and they waste a lot of time in the process because you don't have to just sit around and wait for the algorithm to happen to work in your favor. You can actually do some proactive things to get your channel out there and start attracting those subscribers a lot more quickly. Okay, so my first tip for you guys is to get really clear on exactly what your channel is all about so that people actually have a reason to subscribe. If your channel doesn't have a clear focus or a purpose or a value that it's bringing to people, then why would they subscribe anyway? When someone comes and visits your channel, it needs to be immediately obvious what your channel is all about. Now, this might be a specific topic, like a YouTube channel about how to have a successful YouTube channel, or a YouTube channel about crafts or projects. There's obviously so many different ideas. But beyond that, your channel might just be an entertainment channel that appeals to a certain type of audience. But whatever that focus, that purpose of your channel is, it needs to be immediately obvious so that when people find your channel, they know why they should subscribe. Because if they know why they should subscribe, then they'll be a lot more likely to do so. That means you need to put it in the banner image up on your channel, and you also need to make sure that the different videos that you're choosing to make all speak to that particular audience or focus on that topic, and the thumbnails that you choose really appeal to that audience. Everything that goes into your channel's branding really needs to work together to give that message to potential subscribers so that they click that subscribe button. My second tip for you is that when you are first starting out, especially, it's really important that you focus on creating what is called searchable content for your channel. So that means that we're not gonna make just daily vlogs when we're first starting out, because that kind of content is great for people who are already subscribed to your channel, people who already know you and love you and want to see more content from you. But when you don't have very many subscribers yet, that content probably isn't going to really attract new people in because they're not going to be looking for it and they don't know you yet. So instead, you want to make content that is more focused on being helpful or content that relates to popular trends. By doing this, you'll be able to appeal to new subscribers and help people find your channel. People use the YouTube search function to search for how to do something, and then if your video pops up, then they're a lot more likely to be able to find you and to actually subscribe. When you're trying to decide what to make those first few videos about, you want to look for search terms, things that people are looking for, that have high search volume and low competition. So all that means is first you need to do some keyword research, which just means that you're going to look for what keywords people are actually looking for and how many people are looking for those keywords. So you can use a free keyword research tool like Google AdWords or Keywords Everywhere or TubeBuddy, and I'll put links to all of those different tools down below. They all can help you do basically the same thing, which is you can type in a search keyword, so something that you think people might be looking for, and then you can find out what the search volume is, which just means how many people are actually searching that keyword every single month. So of course you want to look for popular keywords, keywords that people are actually looking for, but when you're just starting out, it's good to not go for the mega popular keywords, the keywords that have hundreds of thousands of searches every single month, just because those are probably going to be way too competitive anyway. So it's better to shoot for some smaller, easier to hit keywords that there won't be quite so much competition for. After you find some keywords that you're interested in making videos about and have a decent search volume, then you can actually search those keywords on YouTube and see what videos show up so that you can choose the keywords that don't have too much competition. You want to look for keywords that people are searching for a specific phrase, but then when they search for that phrase, or when you search for that phrase, the videos that show up in the search results, there aren't very many videos that perfectly match that phrase. So for example, with this video idea, how to get your first 100 YouTube subscribers. If I searched that on YouTube and I saw that there was only a couple videos that were actually called how to get your first 100 YouTube subscribers, and most of the other search results that came came up were like how to start a YouTube channel or how to grow your Instagram account or something like that that was related but not exactly what people were looking for, then I would know that that was a really good opportunity, because there's a lot of people looking for that keyword and searching that, but there's not very much competition with videos that are perfectly in alignment with what people are looking for in that keyword. Now, as your channel grows, it's great to get away from this search-driven traffic, because people will get to know you and fall in love with you, and your audience will start to grow more organically, and they'll want to see content that pertains to you and your life or things like that. And that will give them a reason to watch every single video and not just this more utilitarian content. But when you're first starting out, focusing on creating this searchable content will really help your channel to get off the ground and find your initial subscribers. My third tip is do not just rely on the YouTube algorithm. Actually go out there and promote your channel. Sometimes people say things like YouTube doesn't like new creators or YouTube doesn't help new creators enough. But really, I mean, YouTube is doing as much as it can, and they're trying to serve the people who are watching the video, because those are really YouTube's customers. And there's just so many new channels springing up all the time that there's no way that YouTube can really help all of them. It's a competitive space. So if you really want your channel to do well and to get off the ground and to start growing, then you need to take some responsibility for your own success and do everything that you can to actually promote your channel yourself. So I have a couple different suggestions for how you can do this. The first one is to share your journey of starting your YouTube channel on social media. So when you're first starting out, you might not have that much credibility and you don't have a big following yet, right? But you have at least a little bit of a presence on probably a few different social media platforms. Like you have a few hundred friends on Facebook, maybe a couple hundred followers on Instagram. So just share with those people what you're up to. Tell them you're starting your new YouTube channel, share with them when you post your first video, when you make a new banner for your channel, whatever it is, they will appreciate being involved in the process and seeing the behind the scenes, and that will inspire them to come check out what you're doing. If you just wait until you make your first video or you make your 10th video and you say, go watch my new video, it just came out, that's not gonna really have as much momentum behind it as if you're sharing the journey with them. The second way you can promote your own channel is maybe a little bit more uncomfortable, but I think that this is really important both for you yourself as a person, but also for growing your channel, of course. And that is to actually tell your friends and family about your channel and ask them to go check it out. Now, of course, that might feel uncomfortable, but by doing that, you're gonna take more ownership of your channel and take it a little bit more seriously. You're gonna know that you need to make good quality content because people who you know in real life are actually going to be checking it out. But those people are also gonna be some of the most likely people to subscribe when you're first starting out because they know you and they love you and they care about you. And so they'll wanna do it just for you, even if they don't care about your channel that much, which is okay because getting those first 100 subscribers, like I said, is the very most important and the very most difficult, and so you need to do whatever you can to get past that threshold. My third tip for promoting your own channel is to network in online groups. So you can join different groups on Facebook and get to know other people who are in your same industry and or starting their own YouTube channel. I wouldn't recommend doing the whole sub for sub thing because those people won't care about your channel at all and they also don't care about you. So it's really gonna kind of water down your audience, and then YouTube will think that people don't even like your videos because those people probably won't watch your videos. So I wouldn't recommend that. But you can network and build connections and build relationships, and then you'll have people who you can tell about your journey on YouTube and about your videos, and they'll be people who will actually care because they're people who are interested in your industry. And then the fourth way that you can promote your own channel is to take advantage of your channel's launch. So this is kind of related to sharing your journey on social media. But basically, when you are first starting your channel and you get those first few videos out, you have this golden opportunity that you will never have for the entire life of your channel after that. And that's that it's new and fresh, and people will be excited just about the fact that you're starting something new and starting something that is a little bit gutsy and a little bit unusual. Not everyone has their own YouTube channel because a lot of people are afraid to speak on camera or they feel awkward about it. I mean, people have lots of reasons. So if you're actually stepping out and taking that step for yourself, then a lot of people will be inspired by it and you can share it in that way with people. So make your launch into an actual event. Don't just kind of sneakily post your first couple videos and almost hope no one sees them. You know, post those couple videos, but then be leading up to it on social media, even if your audience is tiny, even if it really is just a couple hundred friends. Just lead up to it, build whatever momentum you can, and tell people like, this is coming, I'm working on starting my channel, it's gonna launch on this certain date, so that you can, like I said, build that momentum and actually get people excited about what you're doing. Okay, moving on to tip number 4 for getting your first 100 YouTube subscribers. This is to study people who are successful on YouTube, who are in your same industry or your same niche. So people who have channels that are like yours, you need to become a student of their channels and really analyze what video ideas are working for them, what seems to be resonating with their audience, what their audience likes, so that you can work on learning from what they're doing, learning from what's working for them, but also what's not working for them, so that you can benefit from their success. It's not about copying a specific video idea or even a specific topic necessarily. It's certainly not about copying their style. You really need to be your own person and own your space and make your channel something unique, but you can still look at trends with what's working with them. And I talk a lot more about this in my video called How I Find Viral Video Ideas for My Channel. Obviously, not every video on my channel goes viral, but I have quite a number that have hundreds of thousands of views, if not 500,000 views or even more. And the way that I decided, or the way that I found those ideas as video ideas, wasn't just by thinking in my own brain, you know, like, what would my subscribers really like? It was a combination of me asking my subscribers what they wanted once I had subscribers, but before that, it was me looking at other people's channels and seeing what kind of content they were creating that their subscribers really seemed to like. So if you want to find out more about how to find viral video ideas for your own channel, then make sure you go check that video out. I'll make sure to link down below so that you can find it. And I think that it will really help you, especially when you're first starting out, to figure out what kinds of videos you should actually be making. Tip number 5 for getting those first 100 YouTube subscribers is to focus on quality. Quality really matters. There's so much competition online, especially on YouTube, especially with new channels, and if your videos aren't very good quality, then it's going to be really hard for you to stand out. Of course, your videos don't need to be perfect, and when you're first starting out, they will be a little bit awkward. They won't be the best quality, but you just need to continue to work on that and work on making every single video better than the last one. And that's because if your quality doesn't improve, then your channel probably won't grow. So you need to keep working on figuring out how your video quality, like the actual image quality, can get better, how you can get better sound quality, how you can edit your videos better, how you can make your thumbnails more interesting and compelling. There's many different ways that you can improve your videos, and you just need to constantly be on the lookout for what other people are doing better than you so that you can learn from what they're doing, and also watching your own videos, at least one time at the very least, and seeing, you know, what problems exist so that you can fix those and make your videos better. My 6th tip is to make click-worthy thumbnails. I talk about this all the time, and it's because it is so important, but really, whether your video has a good thumbnail or a bad thumbnail is going to determine how successful that video is. At least it's probably the most important factor that will determine how successful that video is. You need to make thumbnails that look nice and are eye-catching and make people interested and curious and make them want to click. YouTube is constantly suggesting videos to everyone who's on YouTube watching videos, and when they suggest your video to someone, that person will either choose to click on it and watch it, or they won't. And if they don't watch it, then YouTube will think that they're not interested in it, and YouTube then won't show that video to other people who are like that person who chose not to watch the video. On the other hand, if that person goes and clicks on it and watches it, then YouTube will think, oh, people like this person like this video. So YouTube will show your video, suggest your video video to a whole lot more people who are similar to that one person who clicked on it and watched it. And that's how you can really get traction with your channel, whether you're first starting out, after you have hundreds of subscribers or thousands of subscribers. That's how it keeps on growing. So focus your attention on making awesome thumbnails that really make people want to click. Invest a lot of time and energy and thought into making really awesome thumbnails. I normally use a free design program called Canva to do this. I'll put a link to it down below, but there's lots of other great options. You can also use Photor.com, also free, or you can use something like Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, of course. Tip number 7 is super obvious and simple, but so many people don't do it, so I'm definitely going to mention it, and that is just ask people to subscribe. In your videos, either at the beginning or at the end or both, just say, hey, subscribe to my channel for 2 videos every week, or I make new videos every week, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's amazing how much of a difference this makes if you simply ask people to subscribe and you give them a tiny reason why, like there's more videos coming, or I make videos about this specific topic. When you give people a reason why, they are more than twice as likely to actually do it. All right, and then my 8th and final tip is simply to respect your numbers. So I know that when you're first starting out and you only have 50 subscribers or you only have 100 subscribers, that you might feel just so tiny and like you can't compete with bigger channels at all, but that's okay. Really, because when you think about it, when you think about a room of 50 or 100 people, that's a lot of people. Really, that's a lot of people to be sharing with, that's a lot of people to have the attention of, and it's an honor to be able to speak to any number of people. Even if it's only 3 people, that's still 3 people who are giving you their attention and who are interested in what you have to share. So really focus on giving your best to your subscribers, even when there aren't very many of them. Focus on serving them really well, figuring out exactly what they want and exactly how you can help them the very best or entertain them the very best, whatever it is that you do on your channel. And by doing that, not only will you enjoy the journey so much more, but your channel will also grow a lot faster if you're really focused on giving and focused on being grateful for the people that you have, rather than just having your eye on those bigger numbers and thinking, someday my channel will be that big and then it will be worth it. It's worth it even if you're only reaching a couple dozen people. All right, so those are my 8 tips for how to get your first 100 YouTube subscribers. If you want to learn even more about how to grow your channel successfully, then make sure you check below for a link to a free downloadable resource. It's my channel launch checklist, and it walks you through the 20 or so steps of starting a really successful YouTube channel. Everything from coming up with the focus, idea, concept for your channel, to making your first video, editing your video, planning your launch party, all of the little steps, way more than I was able to get into in today's video. So make sure you check down below for that free downloadable checklist. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button to let me know. And also, of course, subscribe to my channel. I make 2 videos every week about entrepreneurship, success, and personal development. And I would love to have you join me for the next one. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video.